Andy Brassell's with us. Hi, Andy.
Hello, how are you guys?
Good, thank you. We've got to start with Thomas Tuchel. It's almost certain he's going to be the next Chelsea manager. Could well be in the dugout Wednesday for the Wolves game. What do you make of the appointment?
I think it's a reasonably sensible one in the circumstances. I can't think of many better free coaches who are out there. And really, this has got to be about the short term for Chelsea. And the short term is clearly about turning around the form of Havertz and Werner and getting them in a position where they make good on the investment that Chelsea have made on them. Of course, so much is made of the fact that he's German-speaking as a first language. I don't really think it's about that, because if you look at Havertz and Werner anyway, they're both like pretty, I guess, articulate in English already. I think it's about him coming from a German football background and getting completely what they're about. And really, for Chelsea, it has got to be about protecting the investment they've made in them. In terms of fees, in terms of wages, they've put a lot into them, and they need those two players to come good. And I think that's reason enough for moving on Lampard and getting in Tuchel, because I don't think you can look too much about the long term. I mean, you never can look about the long term with a Chelsea coach anyway. But with Tuchel, we know he can be quite explosive. We know he can fall out with board members. We know he can fall out with players. But when you appoint a coach of Chelsea, you're not looking at appointing a coach for 5 years. If they get 2 good years out of him, they'll have done pretty well, I think. And in terms of tactics, in terms of developing the players, in terms of being able to switch it up in games, in terms of being able to communicate on a tactical level, he's maybe on a human level not a little bit more clumsy than he should be at times, and that's something that's been a repetitive pattern in his jobs at Dortmund and Paris Saint-Germain. But tactically, he'll be a big step on from Lampard, and I think that's what they need for now.
And the interesting thing is, I think Werner has shown signs that even yesterday he played pretty well, right? Missed the penalty. But Havertz, I wish him luck with that, because I cannot see this player being good in English football. I don't. He doesn't look right to me for our league, but there we go. I mean, that's not Lampard's fault, you know.
You saw him play in Germany. Did you think he could make the switch without too much of a problem?
Yeah, but it was always going to take time. I mean, they're paying for potential as well as what he is now. And not only a Chelsea working out what his best position is, I think he's been working out what his best position is. The coaches who are around him at Leverkusen, who knew him since he was 15 or 16, have been working out what his best position is. If you think last season he played as a number 10, he played wide, he played as a centre forward to quite a lot of success, and you think he's someone who can win headers on the penalty spot, which I think adds another dimension onto his game as well. But Tuchel's got loads of imagination. I think he'll click with him tactically. He just needs to find a place for Havertz to actually adapt into the game, rather than just be fit into the team wherever.
He's tended to be...
I mean, he has got skills. You can see that.
Yeah.
I mean, he has got ability, that's for sure.
He's tended to be 4-3-3. It's what he was where they played at PSG, wasn't it? I suppose it was all about personnel to an extent, but that would suit Chelsea as well, wouldn't it?
Yeah, possibly. I mean, he's flexible, so he's not wedded to one particular tactical shape, which I think is quite helpful. I think he's a pragmatist. I think he'll work how to get the best out of the players, and he does stretch the players. He does challenge the players. At moments of high stress, like I said, I think he can be a little bit clumsy, and he doesn't choose his words that wisely sometimes. But you know, that's something not to worry about for now, because he wants to rebuild Chelsea in a similar way to what he did with Dortmund when he first arrived.
Is there anybody there you think he won't fancy, knowing him as a coach? Are there players there that you can see a bit of a collision course, or players you think
Jorginho,
the way he plays?
Alonso.
Andy can see a few.
Well, you know, he wants players who are tactically adaptable and athletic, and so that's something that really matters to him. I think everyone will get a chance, and he's not closed-minded at all. I mean, he was very down on the signing of Moise Kean, for example, partly because of his argument with Leonardo. But he said to the sporting director, you know, what have you brought me here? And he was quite publicly scathing, actually, about, well, not scathing, just not that polite, really, as is often his way, about Moise Kean. But Kean put in the work and won him round, and you know, that's what Chelsea players must see it as, a chance to impress a good coach.